Hi everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, September 28th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com over the past week. First up, seems like yesterday, I reported this morning, there was a Google algorithm update. It's not confirmed yet. It might be confirmed, I don't know, at some point. It may be related to something going on with a tweak or update to the Google Medic update from back in August. It's not clear, but we're seeing some chatter and some signs that there was an update. I don't think it was as big as the Medic update at all, but I definitely did see some signs. There's a lot of chatter around people seeing recoveries around the Medic update, both on Twitter and the Webmaster World and the Black Hat forums. But the tools aren't all lining up. In fact, most of them are not showing significant updates. Only a couple are showing some fluctuations, but they aren't major. So definitely take a look at your analytics, take a look at your rankings and so forth, and see if anything has changed there. And I'll keep you posted if there was any type of Google confirmation. I will definitely let you know. So yesterday was Google's, on the 27th, the same day as this update, which if it turns out to be a confirmed update, maybe I'll name it the Google birthday update or something like that. In any event, it was their 20th birthday. I can't believe they're 20 years old. I remember well before Google actually was a company and using other search engines and so forth. But now they're 20 years old. I've been covering them for, I think, just about 15 or so years. So most of their life, and I can't believe they're 20 years old. And they have a nice little doodle there. They have lots of celebrations at their company. So we covered a lot of the doodles and celebrations and blog posts they came out with around that. So happy birthday, Google. Yeah, it's just amazing how far you guys have come and what has basically the industries you've created, businesses you made, and businesses you actually collapsed as well. Anyway, Google also said they have released a new image search algorithm that actually changes three things. One is they look at the authority of a page more than they did in the past for ranking images. They also look at fresher content to rank images, and also the placement of that image on the page. So the more prominent the image is, the more important that image is, and so forth. So Google did confirm they did some type of algorithm update to the Google image search over the past few months or so. So definitely take a look at that and see how that has maybe impacted you, because Google Images doesn't really update that often. Google also did an image search design update specifically on desktop. We covered the tests around this in the past, but you can see the image bubbles now have images, the filters, and there's also more mobile-like. So the mobile results actually have now titles and captions and URLs under them. So it looks a little bit more like the mobile results. We saw Google testing this just a few weeks ago as well. And Google also, on image search, has created or added basically image credits for copyright stuff. Metadata, so creator metadata and credit metadata, and they're actually coming out with copyright notice metadata as well, so that when you look at that, you can actually get image credits in the actual image search, which will show you the creator and the credits around that specific image. So that was also announced yesterday around image search. Google also said when they went ahead and had their big Google search event on Monday, which I was offline for, that they are expanding the knowledge graph to add something called a topic layer. This enables them to do more dynamic categorization of search results. So you can see here, these categories over here in these bars are now dynamically changing based on the type of knowledge panel that shows up. So while a pug shows buy or adopt videos names, a Yorkshire will show characteristics, grooming tips, and history, etc. So Google's actually able to go ahead and use this topical layer or topic layer to do that, and it gives them better understanding of what this topic is and lets them create these dynamic categories, which you see over there with that. So definitely take a look at that, because the knowledge panel has been updating and people have been noticing this over the past week or so. Google also released on Monday some features that we called them testing as well earlier this month or previous month, something called relevant history. They're calling it related activity cards. And it basically says if you do a search on camping, you've looked at some search results, Google will say, here's your related activity in the past searches, your search history around that, and gives you those visits that you actually had, which is pretty cool. Google's did some other things around giving you groupings and so forth. This was all announced at the last Monday's event, which I wasn't able to go to. Google Search Console added event markup reporting and well as alerts. So before, the Google Search Console enhancements section only had markup for job postings and recipes. Now it has for events, and here's some screenshots of what that looks like. And Google definitely did send out notices to those who had problems with your event markup to let them know to fix it. There's some complaints about accuracy around the Google Search Console performance and search analytics reports, specifically when you use the page filter. It's very interesting how John responded to this, calling this an edge case, because some people are seeing this widely spread. I'm not going to go into detail, but it's definitely worth looking at if you do use the Google Search Console in detail for analytics. Definitely take a look at that because it's pretty interesting what's going on there with that. Rank Ranger has reported that Google has extended their search results title snippets, the title length of the title tag in the snippets, from 55 characters to 64.5 characters starting around September 11th. Not sure exactly what's going on with that, but that's going to lead to some controversy, I suspect. This is pretty funny. We saw a double URL in a single snippet in the Google search results. So you can see here, let me zoom in. And I was able to replicate this. You do a search, this one actually has a double URL in the search results snippet. I've never seen this before. Of course, there's lots of different interesting things going on here with claims and different types of schema. Maybe that's why you triggered it, but I've never seen a double URL show up in a snippet before. Obviously, it's a bug. A week ago or so, CNBC, we discussed this, was allowed to go into an internal Google search quality meeting. What I learned from that, based on the notes of the CNBC, is basically not much has changed from about 10 years ago or 6 years ago when Google published a video of a little snippet of video of the internal Google search quality meetings. They're basically around data. Some people say yay or nay, and that feature is released. So definitely take a look at that if you want to know how the internal stuff works around how Google approves new feature changes. Google My Business has added a new attribute. So we had women-led and veteran-led business attributes. Now Google is releasing what's called a family-led attribute. I guess that will add a new icon, maybe a family icon, to your Google My Business listing. So these are the 3 attributes that are available by default, which you could check off to add to your business listing. Google My Business had for a while, for the past 2 years, a video verification method for some businesses. Here's an actual screenshot. I've never seen a screenshot of how to actually use it. So you can actually verify now through live video chat, connect. It only shows up for some businesses. It's not listed as a official verification method, but it is there. Google Posts now has expanded their limit in terms of the number of words or characters you can use for your Google Posts and Google My Business, and now they have added 1,500 character limit as opposed to 100 to a 300 word limit. So I think they have expanded that. And finally, the Backcuts website tribute, or not tribute, but it's the honoring Backcuts website, where backcuts.org, where basically people tell stories of how Backcuts has helped you, has received over 150 stories. I've closed it down because the stories have stopped coming in. And it basically goes through stories about how Backcuts has helped people, SEOs, non-SEOs, etc., throughout their lives. In any event, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. Just a little programming note. I will be offline Monday and Tuesday again. This is the last time, hopefully, I'll be offline. This is the final set of holidays in that annual Jewish holiday blitz. Anybody who's celebrating, have a happy holidays. And again, this is a Search Buzz video recap. Today, again, is Friday, September 28th. This is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable, SERoundtable.com over the past week. Everyone have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next. Bye.